Hello my fellow explorers, welcome back to our newest custom Hearthstone expansion, Age of the August Celestials. Last time we told you about all the main mechanics of the expansion, which included 4 factions that splits Hearthstone's 12 classes into groups of 3. That's right, 12 classes. This expansion adds a 12th class to Hearthstone, Monk. If you want to learn more about this class, we made a video a few weeks ago showing off Monk's playstyles and mechanics, but I will also repeat some of the details in this video as we stumble upon new features. Anyway, like I said, Age of the August Celestial splits Hearthstone's classes into 4 factions, and today we'll cover the first one, the Jade Serpent faction. This faction is available to Druid, Mage and the new class Monk, and the Jade Serpent faction is all about a beloved older mechanic, Jade Golems. If you forgot what these were, Jade Golems were a mechanic from the expansion Mean Streets of Gadget set. Jade Golems were tokens summoned by your other cards. They started out as 1/1s, but each Jade Golem you summoned would be +1/+1 larger than the last. The Jade Serpent faction contains 5 neutral cards that all the 3 classes have access to. Here you can see 3 of them. Each of these cards revolve around Jade Golems in some way, and Jade Serpent cards are recognized by their green banner underneath the mana crystal. Each faction also has access to a powerful neutral legendary minion, and the Jade Serpents get Yulon the Jade Serpent.
The trial begins.
Yulon is an August Celestial, a powerful wild god, and one of the namesakes of the expansion. She is a 7 mana 7/7 neutral dragon, and she has a rest of game effect. When you play Yulon, she will cause all your cards and effects that summon Jade Golems to summon an additional one for the rest of the game. The final neutral Jade Serpent card is the Disciple of Yulon. This one will draw a legendary minion, and if it's Yulon, she will cost 1 less mana. Each class also gets 4 faction cards, and Druid gets cards like Ancient Jade Spirit, which is a reference to Jade Spirit from Mean Streets, and Jade Pendant, which is a reference to Jade Idol, also from Mean Streets. Or how about Jade Song Dancer, which just supports your Jade Golem cards. Druid's final faction card is a legendary card, the Jade Emperor.
I will fry you with Jade Lightning!
The Jade Emperor is a 5 mana 5/5 minion with Taunt and Elusive, and when he dies, your next Jade Golem will become Emperor. This means that the next time you summon a Jade Golem, you will instead summon the Jade Emperor, but he will keep whatever stats the Jade Golem was supposed to have. This will still count towards your Golem's growth, so if all you summon is Emperors, they will still be larger and larger. Druid also gets a lot of cards for a no minion deck. Druid gets the 2 spells Mischievous Magics and Wukin Wisdom, which both shuffle 4/4 Wukin Dukers with Taunt that are summoned when drawn into your deck, as well as other cards that trigger a bonus if your deck started with no minions. And finally, a legendary location to support this package, Grugan Hill. This 3 mana location has 3 durability and will discover a minion from your deck with each use. But if your deck started with no minions, it will instead draw 3 minions from your deck, so this is very specifically used to fish for those Wukin Dukers. Mage, of course, also gets 4 faction cards, like Jade Sentinel, which summons Jade Golems and can give you armor. Polymorph Jade, which can transform an enemy minion into a 0/2 statue with Taunt, or a friendly minion into a Jade Golem. Or how about Jadeomancy, which just supports your Jade Golem summoning. Mage's faction legendary is Yulai, Daughter of Jade. Yulai is a 4 mana 3/4 dragon, and when you play her, she will add 3 random cards that summon Jade Golems from the past to your hand. And whenever you play one of these, the others will cost 1 less mana. Mage's remaining cards are a mixture of dragon and arcane spell support. Mage gets all these cards that revolve around dragons and arcane spells. Mage also gets the spell Astral Bolt. This 3 mana arcane spell will deal 3 damage when cast, but if it somehow deals 4 or more damage, it will be returned to your hand at the end of the turn. A great way to do that is with Mage's other legendary, Elegon.
Let the energies consume you!
Elegon is a 4 mana 4/4 dragon, and when it dies, it will go dormant. And while Elegant is dormant, you will have arcane spell damage +2, but after you cast 3 arcane spells, Elegant will awaken again. The last class, Monk, gets the 4 faction cards Jade Devil, which will summon a Jade Golem and provide some much needed AoE for Monk, Jade Fire Thrill Seeker, which supports your Jade Golems, and Jade Serpent Statue. This spell summons a Jade Golem, but can also summon another through Monk's custom keyword, Mistweave. Okay, so Mistweave is a whole thing. You see, Monk has this new class exclusive spell school Chi, and a class exclusive resource, also called Chi. Whenever you cast a Chi spell, you will gain 1 Chi resource, and this Chi resource is then used for cards with Mistweave. Jade Serpent Statue has Mistweave 3, which means that it needs to consume 3 Chi resources to trigger the bonus. If this is at all confusing, you should really watch that custom Monk video we made. Monk's faction legendary is a hero card, Liu Lang. This card costs 7 mana and gives 5 armor, and when you play it you will go on a side quest to find a treasure of Pandaria, and you will also draw a card. The side quest requires you to gain 5 Chi resources and will then reward you with a treasure of Pandaria. You get to choose between 4 options. There's the Pearl of Pandaria. This 3 mana spell will restore 10 health to your hero and make your hero immune until the start of your next turn. There's the Doom Crown of Lei Shen. This 3 mana spell will discover 3 legendary minions from any class and reduce their cost by 2. Edicts of the Thunder King. This 3 mana spell will let you discover a friendly minion that died this game, and it will then cost 0 mana. Or finally, the Droplet of Yasharaj. This 3 mana spell will summon a 5/5 Shah and then destroy all minions with less attack than the Shah. All of this might not seem very powerful for a 7 mana card, but the reason Liu Lang costs 7 mana and the reason he's a faction card is because of his hero power. Jade Mastery costs 2 mana and will summon a Jade Golem with each use. The rest of Monk's cards are meant to support the cards they're released with, like all these generic ones. Or how about this spell, Enveloping Mists? This 1 mana Chi spell has tradable and will give a friendly minion +1/+2, but if that minion has elusive, it will instead gain +3/+4. But how can this be? Well, the way this is made possible is through Monk's final legendary, Asa Cloudsinger.
You can fight by my side any day.
Asa is a 3 mana 3/4 minion, and when you play her, you will be able to target your minions with elusive with your spells and hero power this game, but your opponent still won't be able to. Asa will then give all your minions, including herself, elusive. On the Monk video, we had some people asking how elusive could be such a prominent part of the Monk identity when so many of their spells could be cast on friendly minions. Well, Asa is why. That's it for today. If you want to check out all the cards from Age of the Arca Celestials that have been revealed so far, including information about the Monk class, you can head to the description where a link will take you to an overview of the entire set so far. Keep this link in mind because this overview is constantly updated as more cards will be revealed for the expansion. Thanks for watching, guys. Leave a comment if you have any notes and don't forget to like and subscribe to stay up to date on the expansion. And with that, I'll see you next time.